So today, I'm going to be reviewing the K&F Concept No X Variable ND Filter. But in order to help you decide if it's actually the right one for you, I'm going to share with you the good, the bad, and the truth. Because the truth is, there are a lot of options out there. Different price points, different quality. So how do you decide which one's actually right? Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you my actual experience with using this. And I'm going to tell you what it does well and where it can improve. I'm Andres Perez, a videographer from San Antonio, and this channel is for beginners who want to capture once-in-a-lifetime moments through videography and photography. And if you would like to hear about the best techniques, tips, and technologies, then start by subscribing and ringing that bell. The first thing I'm going to tell you is, as a photographer, you really don't need a variable ND filter because you have control of your shutter speed, whereas in video, it's pretty much stuck at double the frame rate. So if you're using 24, you're stuck at 50. If you're using 30, you're stuck at 60. So I'm going to show you why it is you even want an ND filter. So this is what it looks like with the ND filter at its darkest setting. Now, keeping it at the exact same settings, but only taking off the filter, this is what it looks like. It is completely and totally blown out. So this footage is pretty much useless unless I'm trying to do some kind of horror film looking thing here. Now if I correct the exposure, this is what it looks like. Now you can definitely see there's a difference in the background. Although the exposure is correct, the background is pretty much sharp versus how it looked like with the ND filter. With the ND filter, you can definitely tell how much it blurs the background. So this is one of the reasons why you may want to have a variable ND filter versus changing the settings. Now there are two kind of ND filters. First, you have your fixed ND filter. This is something that's not going to change no matter what. And then you have your variable ND filter, where all you have to do is turn it and it allows you to change the exposure. I'm going to tell you this strong opinion I feel. Don't waste your money on a fixed ND filter, because if you're doing video, you're moving around and the light changes, you're going to have to unscrew this, choose the right one, then screw that back on before you can continue filming. Whereas, imagine you step out of the shade into a sunny area, all you have to do is turn this around to make it darker. It allows you to change the exposure within seconds without even thinking about it. So think V for video, variable ND filter. Now, if you decide that you do want to buy this ND filter, I'm going to leave an affiliate link in the description below. And I have a tip for you. When you buy an ND filter, they're not exactly cheap. So, what you want to do is you want to buy it for the biggest thread count that you own on your lens. For me, that's 77 millimeters. Now, here's my pro tip for you. When you do so, also buy a step-down ring, or rather a set of step-down rings. Because all you do with those is you take your step-down ring, you take your filter, you screw it on, and now this allows you to put it onto a smaller lens, giving you even more versatility and more bang for your buck. So I'll also have a link to that below. Let's compare these two filters, the newer fixed filter with the K&F variable filter, on an unedited clip so you can really see what happens to the image. So first up, we have the newer fixed filter. Now, as you can see, it does degrade the image. It really makes it look flat and unflattering. It reduces the contrast and it reduces the saturation of colors. So these are two of the reasons why I don't like using this one anymore. Now, you're looking at the K&F variable filter. So again, it does darken the image, which is exactly what we want, but it doesn't make it look flat the way the other one does. However, you may notice that this image has a slightly green tint to it. So this is something you'll want to fix in post, especially when you're recording people. Now, one thing I want to bring to your attention is that the K&F does vignette your image, and it's not super apparent unless you're moving it around, such as this clip. You'll notice that the middle is much brighter. So now that we've discussed the good and the bad, here's the truth. Here's how I really feel about this filter right here. Now, when I tell you it's the best I've ever used, technically that's true. You see, I'm aware that there are better ND filters out there, but I'm not ready to spend $200 on a sunglass monocle for my camera. Not yet, at least. The truth is, this filter right here does a pretty good job at a decent price. So for now, I'm going to be sticking with it until I deem it necessary to upgrade. Now, if you would like to know how you can improve your video quality, check out this playlist right here to see what other gear I recommend. And don't forget, the affiliate link for this is down below.